do a little gaming.
Let's dunge.
I must confess, looking at the thing by the side, it's very funny how different the text size is between your name bronze and our names.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Like the game is like, and the game's like, well, I've got to fit it all on. I can't just cut it off. How do I do that? Oh yeah, half the text size.
It reminds me of. You can take us in, Bronze. You're still fire team leader.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of Jackbox Quiplash 2. They didn't do it in 3, but Quiplash 2. The smaller your text was, the bigger it was. Which is why if you made like a joke about cum, it would be even funnier because someone would be like,
"Oh yeah,
here's a well thought out joke that's like a normal text size," and then you just get right next to it massive text. Cum.
Yeah.
Laugh now.
Sex, laugh now.
Sex, laugh now.
Hilarity ensues.
I think look at other things. Oh wow. Crispin Freeman was in Thus Spoke Kashibi Rohan last year.
Ah.
And in The Promised Neverland, which I looked interesting but I never watched.
He was also in Digimon Data Squad.
He was in... Oh, he's King Hassan in Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia. That explains why I loved his voice.
I'm going to pretend I know anything about what you just said.
It's a Fate series.
Of
It's
course.
a Fate series. Look, I like Fate. I'm a simple woman.
Alright, let's...
I like Fate. I like King Hassan. He's cool. He's like the oldest member of the ancient order of Muslim assassins. He's cool. He has a big sword. He doesn't use his most powerful attack because everyone who sees his most powerful attack dies because it's just that strong. Or because I think it's because he's an assassin. If someone sees his most powerful attack, he kills them. So no one can ever know what his most powerful attack is.
Ah.
The only thing you know is everyone who has seen it has died.
Does he kill them with his most powerful attack?
Yes, presumably. It's just he is like, you know the joke about it's not a stealth mission if no one's around to report the bodies. He is that made flesh. He's just like, yeah, I just kill everyone.
That's actually true in the Hitman games. Because you don't get a bodies found or evidence found penalty if everyone dies.
Yeah, he's very cool. He delivers a big speech. His most climactic moment is he literally makes an immortal being who is immortal because the concept of death is alien to her. He just makes something mortal and then everyone proceeds to kill it, and it's just an insanely good scene. It's a bit rude, but it's such a good scene. I'll pull it up and drop it in easy text. It's dramatic speech, and then he swings a big old sword. It's something I love because I'm fond of people delivering big old dramatic speeches and then swinging a sword.
All right. So what we got to do?
I had a map for this actually.
What we got to do in this encounter is we have to find the symbol that pops up and kill a guy there, and that's it.
Yeah.
So we got to find the standing bird, which is the Tower of the Deep, I believe.
Yes. Yes. So we are right out this room.
No. Standing bird's Tower of the Sky. The fish one is Tower of the Deep, I think.
Yes. I've found a map that is good actually. More or less. Not the best, but hey, we make it work.
I can't tab out, otherwise my content will be ruined.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I mean, that's not true. I fixed the tabbing out issue, but
yeah.
My Guardian will be standing still, not doing anything, for several seconds.
It's okay. It's the big tower that you can see clearly. It's not.
Is it the one I just died next to?
Yes, it's the one you just died next to. As we can see, because there's a bunch of enemies in it.
Including the big boy.
Including the big boy. That's the key bit, I suppose.
There goes Flawless.
I think the fun. There Goes Flawless gets funnier the further you are into the run, and critically the more deaths you are into a run.
Yeah. The funniest thing is, I think, going there Goes Flawless on the Deepstone Crypt jumping puzzle.
Yes. That's definitely the funniest.
Alright, so the Labyrinth Architect is...
I say, note for the viewer, I would never do a flawless run of anything. something something sex joke about masochism. I don't know. You can fill it in yourself.
I mean, a joke about masochism doesn't necessarily have to be a sex joke about masochism.
Oh, true, but it's funny.
Sex is funny.
Sex is
Sex is
funny.
funny.
Sex is
Sex
laugh
get-
now.
Sex is
Famously.
laugh now. It's
Alright, so
literally
that's-
just over here.
Cloud
Ooh.
snake.
I can
Yep,
see things because I'm ascendant.
Oh yeah, that's stuff to find the eggs and the bones, but obviously you can't pop the eggs if you don't have wish
Yeah.
ender.
Yeah. I am not. I also haven't done the bones yet, and there's no way I'm doing that until I also am gonna do the eggs with Wish Ender.
Yeah.
How do you get over there? Oh, just jump.
Just jump.
Just jump,
It's
lol.
it's not as far as it looks.
I forgot I wasn't on well, so I just ate my grenade to get heat rises. Because I was trying to do a healing grenade.
And now we are dragon.
Well,
which is...
I can't. I've said this before. I like obviously Voyage 3.0 gonna be pretty good, but Solar is gonna be amazing because I can have I'll be able to have fucking well while also having Icarus dash.
Yeah. So we want to go here, and then we want to go in a bit.
And then like
I'm
Celestial
very
Fire,
excited to like be able to customize a class rather than
Mix and
having to
match,
take
definitely.
preset. Because I don't really like any of the Void Titan or not Void Titan, Arc Titan stuff. But I think if I get to like mix and match, it'll be enjoyable.
Yeah, okay, that's there. So I think we...
Oh, enemies have spawned over here.
Are they the ones we want?
I mean, I think they only spawn in the place you're supposed to go. But yeah, Celestial Fire is, like, obviously like Icarus Dash and Well are the main things, but Celestial Fire is also good because it's a ranged melee.
Yeah.
Which makes it really good for sun bracers.
I think...
Sun bracers are fun.
My only thing is, I just... None of the like Hunter Void Void melees are that good. Like, I can see what they're all trying to do in
You're
concept.
not a fan of
The
smoke
issue is a lot
bombs, eh?
Smoke bombs are good. Smoke bombs are the one I like, but smoke bombs are also like...
But you can't put them on spectral blades.
Yeah, you can't put... I mean, I like Quiver, don't get me wrong, but I think I like, if I remember correctly, I like the other version of Quiver. So it's like...
The one with a single shot?
Yeah, one with a single shot.
Yeah. I've been playing with a hunter, and
Yeah.
that's the class I tend to use, is the one with the single shadow shot.
Or rather, yeah, it's not...
I mean, they are changing
Yeah,
Mobius
it's
Quiver anyway, because they're changing it to be like a spread shot of tethers, rather than keep pressing the button.
Oh, huh.
I mean, I like Mobius Quiver, though. That sounds even better. So... I would appreciate
They're
that.
also adding, what I remember, they're adding like a Void Orb, so, for Warlock melee, which is good, because it means there's finally a Void ranged melee.
Yeah.
We have filled the world with teeth, you and I.
To be fair,
See how
I would say when Solar 3.0 comes, I'll probably just keep the same precision hitty thing, unless it gets changed drastically, obviously. I like the precision hit kind of thing you do with the Hunter Solar.
Infinity Snake.
Infinity Snake is...
Honestly, I quite
I
like,
think
when
it's
I do play Hunter, I quite like Stasis Hunter.
Stasis Hunter's good.
Mostly because
I think-
Shadow Dive makes the stasis grenades fun. Like
Shadow Dive makes a lot
I
of-
don't really like any of the stasis grenades. Like even when I'm playing Stasis War, like Bleak Watch is just sort of so-so. But like Shadow Dive is, it turns the Glacier Grenade into a grenade that actually, you know, explodes.
Yeah,
Does
the
damage.
Infinity Snake's over by me, by the way.
All right, I'm coming. Because like Cold Snap grenades are incredibly mediocre, and Dusk Fields are just kind of like
Dusk Fields are very much-
Fields are. This is what you use in high level if you are not on well, and it's like
Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly play at a high level, so...
you've done a Master Nightfall.
Yeah, I've done a Master Nightfall, and that's, I mean, like, I'd be willing to do more Master stuff, but, like, a lot of the time it's just like, I don't know.
The problem is it's just it's just all the same. The difficulty is just because you're under-leveled, so you're getting hit harder, and then it's like I don't mind match game, I don't mind equipment lock, but when it's just like it says like Grandmaster Nightfalls sound really interesting, but they just lock you at 15 below. It's just like,
yeah.
I want difficulty to come from mechanics, not from numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, honestly, I like match game and equipment lock because it makes you like think about what you're using, whereas usually you just, you know, I mean, obviously you grab a gun you like, but a lot of the time it's just like you pick a gun, you slap it in, it usually gets you by.
Yeah.
Whereas like match game and equipment lock,
Match game and equipment lock just like I don't know if I like them, but I don't dislike them.
Yeah,
I think they make sense.
It more interesting.
They make it more interesting, but also I do kind of groan when I see that a thing has them.
Yeah, I think they're fun on lost sectors. Anything longer.
They're fun in
generally
Master
means more
Presage,
encounter.
actually. Master Presage.
Oh yeah, no, Master Presage is good.
Was good. The one time we did that.
Yeah, that was. That was.
It was a very good one time.
It was a very good one time. I don't know if we
2
told
seconds.
you the story about
2
the
seconds.
Master Presage.
I think I said like in the Discord about it because
yeah,
I was feeling very smug.
Oh no, it was really good.
What exactly is the story?
It's got a 25-minute timer, and if you don't meet the timer, you get kicked back to orbit.
It's just kill the final boss rather than like.
You don't have to get to the
the
end, but you just have to. You have to kill the boss in 25 minutes, which is fine. But we wiped to the boss right at the end, but because it has a timer, it doesn't also do Darkness Zone. So
we didn't realize.
But we didn't realize that. But I realized, hey, it's not darkness, and I had died previously, so I was able to revive, like the crucial few seconds before Ariadne.
Yeah.
And then
I watched that clip, I think.
Oh
yeah.
no, that was before I was streaming, but I mentioned it in the Discord.
I think I might have. Did I stream that one?
I don't remember.
I thought I remembered watching that.
But basically, I ran up to the final boss and just fucking plinked him down with a scout rifle.
Yeah,
yes,
because he was so low.
Funny. Yeah, okay. We've got one extra one. We've got the 2 fish.
Yeah,
I completely forgot. Feel outside.
So what exactly are we doing right now?
So basically, you just have to go. So the shrines with the big circle picture. Here.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the shrine that has that picture.
And then you kill the Labyrinth Architect, and then it tells you the next one to go, and you just go around in a loop. So
in a loop.
2 fish will will direct us back to this like diving bird, and then we beat the thing there, and then a hole will open up and we go.
Yeah, because when we first got here, we saw the Falcon, so we went to the big pillar because that's the one that has the mark of the Falcon in it.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, we know mostly because we've done it a fair few times before. But, like, basically, you kind of look around, you find the right one, you see the big sign, and also you can tell because it's got the mini-boss there.
It's over there.
So you just run around until you kill all the mini-bosses.
There's a hobgoblin on
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
going to step away just for a second to get a glass of water, because all this talking is running my throat a bit. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think this is the underground one, if I recall correctly. We can snipe these guys out. Yeah, there's an underground path over that way. You can see my marks.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we gotta go. I always remember there's one underground one, and I always just like, I wait until I know I've done it, and I'm like, right, so if the last one I don't know where it is, it's the underground one.
Water gaming.
Water gaming.
Water gaming.
Water gaming.
So I had a brief look where I was like, hey, what has Crispin Freeman been in? And it's, you know, like a fair run of animated stuff and this and that and the other thing. Apart from, in one thing, specifically Sakura Wars the movie, he was credited as Joseph McDougal instead of Crispin Freeman. And I have no idea why.
Just the name Sakura Wars, for some reason, makes me think of Senran Kagura, and if you're doing voice acting for something like Senran Kagura, you might not want your real name attached to it.
I think it's very... Yeah, I mean, I think the funniest bit about Senran Kagura to me is that Senran Kagura got one of the guest characters in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. So while sort of everyone else's breasting boobly is toned down a bit because it's, the one with the Ruby crossover, she absolutely still gets that, and she's the only character with a cut-in on her, like, instant kill attack, with, like, a finishing cut-in, and it is her just really, showing off the cleavage, if you will.
Her massive tracks gland.
Yeah, that's the one.
Or Mongolos.
The Hoogla Monk.
Hunger Magongus.
Yeah, the Donghana Rose or whatever. Yeah, no, she has that cut in, and it's always just like, man, why did she get that? I mean, I also learned that's also how I learned that Senran Kagura has a fighting game, but...
Senran Kagura has a third-person shooter.
Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. I mean, like, after Galgun exists, like, you really... What else do you say, huh?
Good job.
Sakura Wars is, in fact, not at all, like Senran Kagura.
Yeah.
It's about conflicts over energy, I think.
Like Advance Wars Days of Ruin.
I don't know what's up with that. He was in Heaven's Feel as Kirei Kotomine? Huh. Weird.
The problem with being a sniper is that at any moment, a space wizard could fly up to your position and hit you with a fireball.
Yeah, no, positions are a lot less secure when, like, your enemies can just kind of fly. It does make things easier.
Oh yeah, this is the one with the... Oh wait, no, do we do the descent? And it's the descent and then the corridor. Wait, no, we've done this is the descent. I just sort of skipped most of it.
Yeah, descent's a bit of a weird one, just because it's... I don't know, descent makes me think of Deep Stone.
You descend and then you ascend. And then use the corridor.
Yeah. The corridor. Yeah. I was gonna say, don't... Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, just kind of chill for this one. I have a linear fusion rifle that does like half of it. I have less linear fusion rifle than I thought I did. This might be a problem. No, we're fine. Yeah, so this one is nice because you can just... They don't like heal up, so you can just kind of back out the corridor every so often.
Oh, nice.
I actually got to the first other platform before they managed to kill me.
Yeah, nice. Good job. Good job. Yeah, no, you can just kind of back out the corridor and stand on the other side of the wall. And generally most things don't hit you.
I got
so
two
we go
phalanxes
forwards,
accosting
then,
my ghost.
Yeah, you know what's up. Oh, that did not kill. I'm so annoyed. There we go. Forerunner's a good pistol, huh? It's like... Well, I suppose the Magnum in Halo was good.
Ow. I killed some things before I died.
Yep. Literally just realized that we are the one of everything fire team.
Oh, yeah.
Optimal fire team composition.
Optimal fire team comp. Or something. I had live and learn stuck in my head. I say this because I've had live and learn stuck in my head.
Feel like slipping down your spine.
Good song.
Ooh, looks like it came back from more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can hardly swallow your tears and pain.
Adrian Figueroa did like an acoustic cover recently, which was really good.
Ah, yes. The Ogre Room.
Ah, the Ogre Room. This one's just platforming.
There are ogres.
There will be stuff for us to do. There's ogres and there's like blights. or not blights, but the big spinny orb things that kill you. Yeah, I mean, like,
The ogres also kill you.
there is a challenge when we're on the next step of the Wishender quest on our second run through here, but at the minute we don't have to worry about it.
I love those things that spinny because they just slap you and then your body just goes very far away. I mean,
Yeah,
also
because
doesn't
they
help
kill
that-
you instead of... They physics you and kill you. Which is just funny. Oh yeah, there's holes. These aren't like
Good to know.
solid crossways.
Yeah.
And it's... Yeah, this is perfectly fine once you've done it once or twice.
Yeah.
Just take your time. Oh yeah, you could Titan jump, so you've got less.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say that's why you use high lift jump.
Yeah, that's why high lift jump's good.
1-2 punch. Shotgun. 1-2 punch.
I have to say I cannot get used to like the hunter jumps, just because I first of all, Titan jumps allow you to well, first of all, there's the high lift jump, and second, if you fall from like a massive height and you're playing as a hunter and you've already used your 2 jumps, you're dead.
Yes, you're dead. You've got to count them. That's why I died on the first bit of the descent, because I think I slipped off. Yeah, I slipped off and then jumped, so I was like, I was got. But I didn't notice because sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. You do have the old Looney Tunes grace period, but it's not very long. Actually, I don't know if you do in this game. I know some games give you the Looney Tunes grace period, but... Do you know what I mean when I say the Looney Tunes grace period? I realize that makes very little sense.
I do not at all.
So some games like let you do a regular off-the-platform jump for a little bit after you've walked off the edge of a platform.
It's the Looney Tunes grace period because it's the part where Wile E. Coyote looks down, holds up a sign that says, "Oh no."
Help. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that sort of thing.
I mean, like a bunch of characters do it, but it's funniest when Wile E. Coyote does it because he doesn't say anything. He doesn't go like,
"Yo, I got physics something fierce."
What? Well, that happened.
Yeah, but like it's good. It's good. I know Celeste uses it quite a lot.
In this
or
part,
rather, Celeste uses it.
You can't sprint and you can't double jump and you can't heal.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very and Shadow Thralls spawn infinitely. It's why it's really good for farming catalysts because you expect now even more
I
so
can heal. Solar Titan, baby.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I
good.
can also heal because I have Rift and I can also have my healing grenade. Rat King's very good for this because you just go invisible, and although they can see you and they can pursue you while you're invisible, they are not allowed to attack you.
It's one of the really weird ones where like the enemy definitely knows where you are. I am having a terrible time.
The enemy definitely knows where you are because they completely mob you, but they can't hit you. They're not allowed to. The AI doesn't allow them to.
Yeah, this is where having maximum strength is very useful. I could probably stay here forever.
Oh wow, Crispin Freeman does Winston.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Winston.
He has good range. It's like, I feel like he often doesn't do just himself. But the Shin Malfa voice is quite similar to the Alucard voice, which is why I got it.
Is this my... This is my Dragonfly.
Like the same range ProZD has, because he has quite a lot of... He does a lot of characters.
Yeah. I think, Hammond, the hamster from Overwatch, is the same guy who voices Varix.
I didn't know Hammond, the hamster, had a voice. I thought he would just make hamster noises.
The guy who voices Varix does, like, animal voices, because he does the, like, the clicking.
Like chattering.
Yeah, and he does the, like, hamster sounds.
Bradley Baker video game voiceover. Oh, he's been doing stuff since 1998. Wow. Okay. He does a character in Dota 2. I think he does Varix in Destiny 2 and Hammond in Overwatch. You're right.
I mean, there's a lot of good voice actors with a lot of range that you just won't know until you look them up.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, Patrick Warburton, Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah, I mean, Yuri Lowenthal does have a good voice, so it's not like that.
Yeah, Yuri Lowenthal has a good voice, but he's also, it's the kind of voice that makes you go, is that Yuri Lowenthal?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, you are gonna have to hold on a bit, because I am, like, I have not gone into the, I'm not even in the throwaway yet.
Because you've been looking up IMDb credits.
Well, half I've been looking up IMDb quotes,
Can
but
I
also
stand
I've
on
been
this
doing
guy?
that while I've been dead, because I've
Ah.
been... Because I went the wrong way. I tried to jump around the spinny things and forgot that I can't really do that.
Oh, you've not even got past the Ogre Room.
I am now past the Ogre Room.
Okay. I'm gonna fall off the edge so I can spectate you. Content.
Well, it's fine. This is actually quite nice because, like, you know... But yeah, no,
Because the encounter's already ended, so nothing is spawning.
Yeah, I was trying to do the jump around the spinny things, which I have done before, but then I remembered that there's just another path that's quicker. So I did that. You know,
I love it whenever there's like I lament about Warlock jumps and jumping puzzles, but it's only of like vertical jumping puzzles. If it's purely horizontal like that, it's literally just don't care, didn't ask, I am flying over your puzzle.
Don't care, didn't ask ratio.
Exactly. It's just...
I still love that like image I saw of a screenshot TikTok comments section where someone's like, "Cats never smell bad," and one person goes, my cat smells terrible," and the original poster just goes L plus ratio and nothing else.
Your Honor, my client pleads don't care, didn't ask plus ratio.
I think the plus ratio thing on anything is quite funny. If only
People should
because
start saying that in real life.
Yeah,
I
no, I
think
would
that'd be
never start
very
saying it in
funny.
real life.
Give him time. Oh shit! It's a
Every so
guy.
often every so often I do actively say pog in real life, but only around people who know what pogging is, so it's kind of okay.
Yeah. It's
I don't
allowed.
say pog at work, you know.
I think I tend to use pog more as an adjective than as an exclamation. I don't know what that says about me. I don't think I want to know. But I say something is pog.
You know what I realized that the one of the only good features about Reddit is? The fact that likes are in and dislikes are in active competition.
Yeah.
Instead of being next to each other, instead of being a ratio, it is literally like the sum of likes and dislikes on this post is 3, and that either means that it is either means that it is
Sort by
no one's seen it,
controversial.
or it will be right at the top of that controversial list, which is again, because of the direct competition, a fantastic sort by tool.
Reddit is full of just a grand assortment of guys.
Oh yeah, nothing but guys.
Did we move on?
Oh
yeah.
yeah, sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, I got there.
Hold
so
on, I'm gonna
the next bit's
spectate you.
just a bit of
Where do I go to get where
I'll
you
spectate you.
so you head kind of straight, and
This
then
way?
along the side of the cliff, and then back over a bridge.
Alright,
So head straight across the ruins of the bridge.
Yeah, head across the bridge,
That one.
and then
Okay.
just continue on to your right.
Yeah, so kind of get to like there
the
and turn
various
right.
bumpers and whatnot.
Yeah, there's bumpers. There's like an internal
Ah.
path of goop on the floor. It's kind of 6 and 2 3s. I mean, high lift probably makes that quite nice.
And now soon we will come up to the first boss.
First boss. This
Ooh.
first boss is fine with 3 people.
So basically, he has got an immune shield. There are 4 wizards. If you kill a wizard, it drops Petitioner's Mark, which is a buff that lasts for 30 seconds? 45 seconds?
I think it's 30, but
30, 45 seconds. Picking up another Petitioner's Mark resets the timer. When you have all 4, you have Petitioner's Burden. And then you can slam that into one of the 4, like, altars around the boss, and that will take down his immune shield. Kill
And at that
wizards,
point, it's
dunk
damage
thing,
phase.
kill.
The key thing is you want to leave all 4 wizards on finisher range, because then we can all sort of finish them. Someone runs over, finishes the last one, while whoever
it's just like lower variance. Like
yeah,
if you end up accidentally killing one, like
early, it's no biggie. But it's like if you get the finisher, you get it a bit more like reliably.
I think I've gone the wrong way. No, this is the right way. I swear there used to be a rally flag.
No, I don't think there ever was.
Why is it playing? This is Riven. This is Riven Phase 1.
Oh shit.
This is Riven Phase 1.
Well, I guess we're gonna fight Riven.
Literally,
Okay, yeah.
like, why use any other music to signify you're fighting a Taken when we could just use Riven Phase 1 and Shell of What Was?
They're good songs.
Those are the only tracks.
There's
the wrong side to come
not a lot of cover.
Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, there's not a lot of cover.
There's not a lot of cover, and you do need what little cover there is.
There's
That
no
is why
time
it's
limit.
Very
other
nice to be a
than
Titan.
The wizard time limit, though. So, oh,
Well, that one's dead. We go.
you grab it.
It's 45 seconds.
It's 45? Okay, cool. I'm just going to burst down the wizards because I've got Threaded Needle, and Threaded Needle is good.
Shotgun, shotgun, shotgun. Conditions mark time 2.
Okay. Back one's being killed. Back one is dead.
Shotgun, shotgun. Slap. Conditions
Back
mark
petitioner.
3.
Back petitioner mark is hanging ready to grab.
I have 1 Yellowhorn rocket.
It's okay. Okay,
Condition is burden.
bronze, we're about to start damage phase.
I just
So,
need to find where the altars are.
Should I extinguish?
no, you can only do that with the burden, I think.
I have a burden. I had.
Oh, I guess we all had it. Well, I died immediately.
Oh yeah, you all grab it.
Maybe it doesn't even need to be the same person that picked them all up.
Huh. That makes things nicer. I realise now, should have swapped super. That's probably on me.
Does not matter.
Damn.
Does not
Yeah. That was not.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
too bad.
particle deconstruction makes this guy an absolute joke. Even
Particle
though, like
deconstruction is insane.
like Ash was like the only one using it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna quickly swap to... Yeah, okay, cool.
I got an
Just do the
Eververse
old-
engram.
Oh, not bad.
It's a ghost projection. All right. I did not expect it to take that long. Okay, so
Yeah, no, the first time we did this, it was a chore and we hated it and we thought we'd never do this again.
all right. Yes, the big glowing white door is where we go now.
So now...
Now, what you want to do, because you have the Wish Ender quest, is come up to this statue of Sir Ido, and there should be a prompt.
An interacting prompt.
I will find my way back.
Wise words, like strong words for a dead woman. So you did you press E?
Her name is Shiraido.
Yep. Did you press E?
Yes.
Alright. So now we beat the final boss. You do a funny thingy on the Tangled Shore, and then we come back here. We beat 3 hidden bosses to get 3 things, and then you press E on Sir Ido again, and then you get Wish Ender.
Okay.
Onward!
It is just in her hands. I feel like I should be able to just.
Well, you
kinda
have to
take it.
prove. You have to prove to her that
Okay.
you're worthy of it.
The
You get
weird
mad.
Ghost of Sir Ido. You know how it is.
I hope we learn more about her.
Oh yeah, me too.
Mostly the fact that she was killed by the 9.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
want to learn more about Zur and the Jovians, because like apparently there are multiple. Like I mean, it's hard to say how much of Zur is him being a Jovian versus how much is him being an agent of the 9. But I would like to see more Jovians.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Zur,
it'd be nice to see if they were like all completely regular and Zur was just like that.
Yeah.
But also, I like the little bits of Zur where he's like, hey, I know I'm not going to remember this because the will of the 9 and that, but keep this gun.
Yeah, he's very
Remember
nice.
this for me, because I really enjoyed this time. It's the
also,
best
I
time
don't
I've
think
had.
I don't know if it's like actual canon or if it's just heavily implied that the Nine killed Seer Ido via Zer. They got Zer to do it, but it is like I know Orin went after him because
there was like a Zer token left at her body when
yeah,
she
it was
was
a
found.
strange coin. So Orin, that's why he has a hunch is that Orin almost killed him,
Yeah.
and then she went to work for the Nine anyway. So like,
That's awkward.
no integrity.
No integrity. Shocking.
So, question that one of you two might be able to answer, but I know the Star Horse like was a thing before Dares of Eternity, but I have no context as to what it was.
I didn't know that. So
Okay,
Hey,
I
do
was
a
just
quick check.
wondering because I know the Star Horse was in a cutscene at some point. Like the Drifter at some point looked at the Star Horse.
oh
But-
yeah, that was in like one of the visions that the Nine gave him.
Yeah, but I didn't ever know the context for that because
Neither did
I think
he.
it was part of like a sequel thing.
Neither did he, I don't think.
Okay, fair enough. I would also be
I'm pretty sure
confused.
there is just a line of him going, a horse? But we know that the Nine can see into the future, at least to a limited degree. So maybe it's just, it's a callback. They predicted the coming of the Star Horse.
Oh yes. As a reward for going flawless in Trials of the Nine, players will be awarded an emblem containing the picture of a horse against a starry backdrop. And the Drifter in Season of the Drifter was visited by a starry horse. So there's a couple of things, like the concept's been there, which suggests that Dares of Eternity is like a 9 dealio.
Yeah, well,
I mean, like, the
it
Star Horse
also
is like
Zer.
an extra-dimensional entity of some kind.
So the Star Horse is like related to the Nine, but isn't necessarily an agent thereof, and may just be one of the Nine's buddies.
It's also implied that all the whole game show shtick that Zer is doing is just what he's being told to say by the Star Horse, and there's the implication he has no idea what any of it is supposed to mean.
Yeah.
Which is funny. But it does also imply that there are like other like Star Horse-esque beings that are just going hog wild watching a game show.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. Conceptually.
I'm interested to see how the Nine factor into, like, because there is like has been, is going to be, is currently being a sort of schism in the Nine.
Yeah. I want to meet individual members of the Nine and like know their personalities more.
Because like half of them are pro-darkness and half of them are anti-darkness. Because like, I can't remember if it was like the Black Fleet got in because of the Nine, or if it was like Oryx got to the Dreaming City to take Riven because of the Nine. Also the Nine they had strong feelings about Riven being taken.
Nah.
Were they good or bad feelings?
They were screaming.
Neat.
But then you actually get to some lines from the darkness itself, who uses the phrase, "my man Oryx," which is just inherently very funny.
No, that is fine.
But also it's just like, what are the Nine? Because we know they are linked to the planets and the sun. We know that there happened to be 9 people from the Exodus Green that didn't arrive in the distributary.
I think it's said somewhere that they're like beings made of dark matter or something that have existed since like before humanity.
Possibly.
Something like that.
Have I gone the wrong way? I feel like
Yes.
I've gone the wrong way. I never
I'm pretty sure that Savathun, when she mentioned if you like, there's something more than light and dark. If you want to see, like, whatever it was, the actual quote just like straddle the line between light and dark and look up. I am reasonably confident she is talking about the 9, because the 9, the whole deal is that they are above light and darkness.
Well, yeah, literally up, but also like they are beyond both light and darkness.
And Savathun is a functionally immortal several billion year old god being.
I did think you were going to say billionaire, and I was like...
I mean, she's probably got a lot of highs.
She probably has a high net worth.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair. I don't think the Hive have money. They literally are like.
No, they do have money. It's murder.
Yeah. So like,
Murder
you're like,
points.
hey, I want this coat, and the Hive are like, well, if you
Kill
the
someone
other guy
about
that wants it.
Kill some. Give me 3 dead guys, and I'll give you this coat.
To be fair, I feel like it's just kill everyone else who wants the coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so
But also they don't have coats, so like, yeah, give me half a sec, I got lost.
I think I have to shoot someone to actually start the fight, so it's fine.
Which way do I go from here? Oh right, along. I always forget the along.
It is very funny that they're just standing there.
Menacingly. So that is Duelin Karu, the Eternal Return.
Yeah, so it says.
She is immortal.
And that's
not because,
back curve, Fatesmith of Inkaru.
Not because she's actually immortal, but because every time she dies, the Dreaming City time loop resets.
Ah, she's the wizard in control of that.
Mm-hmm. Because, well, she's not in control of it. She's just here to look for the secrets of the Awoken. But the Dreaming City, the curse put on it by Savathun and Korea ties her death to the resetting of the cycle. So every time on the 3rd week, I mean, it used to be that you could only get it at strongest curse week anyway, but then they changed it probably after Shadowkeep came out, I have to assume.
Yeah.
So basically, canonically, every run that you do of Shattered Throne canonically happens. Rather than like strike bosses that you fight once.
Yeah.
It's a lot like the Fanatic, and like Guardians keep being dispatched to kill Duelin Karu.
Yeah. As opposed to, you know, the one time that Brakazan was killed and then you know.
So
it is really odd that the Dawning Quest's like mentioned by name fucking Keitel's champion and, yeah.
I mean, I assume that's either just like because it's the Dawning, so it's like less serious than usual, or
semi-canon.
Because like that's a title rather than
I do like
guy.
the later on like lore book, the lore book that basically Ignovan knew he was going to die. Like he knew he wasn't going to beat a team of 3 Guardians because they're Guardians. But it's like for the sake of Cabal Guardian relations. And he was like, well, and that's why this is my theory, that's why he gets such a flashy entrance, is he'd be like, if I'm going to die, can I at least go out in style?
And I look cool.
Alright, so the mechanics...
Okay, boss, this is important, I need to look cool as hell.
The mechanic for this fight is we kill the guys, and then we kill the boss.
Okay. That seems...
It's a pretty standard one, but you gotta make sure to kill the guys, like, quick, like.
Okay.
Ow! Yeah, so we'll get, like, a thing called Finite Thought once we've killed all of them, all 3 of them.
Like we have now. We can stand on the top of this, I think.
If you...
Oh
yeah,
wait,
the more of them you kill, the more... Yeah, standing on the thing cleanses it so you can't deal damage.
Yes, because once Finite Thorn runs out, you die, right?
Possibly?
I can't recall, it's been a little while. It feels like it's one of those. Oh wait, can I? I thought neat.
There we go.
Cool.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, it's this was harder when it was at power.
Yeah.
Now it's like what, 1250 or something?
So now Ash and I have to temporarily leave the fire team because people who have already done this mission can't do it again, just at all. And then
Yeah.
you will have a short mission.
Was that the end of the dungeon?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
final boss.
Oh shit! Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't too bad.
No,
I
it's
figured there were at
pleasant
least
enough
like
dungeon.
3 bosses, but
Yeah,
no,
it's
every dungeon, actually every dungeon currently in the game has 2 bosses.
no, it's good
Actually,
fun.
no, I
like-
think Pit of Heresy only has the 1. Like named. This is anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave the fire team. Ash is
I'll
gonna leave the fire
as
team.
well.
I'm gonna keep the stream going, even though you're going to be doing your fun little mission without us.
okay. Oh,
It's-
I didn't get the purification ritual. I guess my thing ran out
Must have done.
first.
Shame.
But
I
yeah,
might
it
just
should
scrap
be
that.
should be on the map in the Tangled Shore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be listed as question mark, question mark, question mark. And that's basically you have to go kill 3 taken big boys. And this is the reason the quest is getting vaulted. Not the fact that because Shadow Throne is staying, but the fact that you have to do this one little mission on the Tangled Shore is why the entire quest is getting vaulted.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Checking.
Ooh, Twilight Oath. Mulligan Shield Disorient. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
I got a vouchsafe with surplus and wellspring.
Oh, what I got?
Vouchsafe is the
what's
yellow
that?
rifle, right?
Vouchsafe is the scout rifle.
Ah.
I think I got a sword that wasn't great. And then strides that are at 60, which is okay, but not great. So they're gonna get vaulted. Dismantled, rather.
I got a,
Yo, Gensim Knight strides, let's go.
Where the hell do you get those?
I don't know, I just have them. They just dropped.
I didn't know they were world drops.
Well, I don't know if they're world drops or I got them through some other thing, but like, they have the current season same symbol on.
Well, that's they because that's the IO armor that got reissued, but I thought it was only through Xur.
Oh.
Maybe I
Big
must have
gun
picked it
man.
up off of Zer. That'll be it.
I didn't think he'd been selling it, but maybe he had been. I'm just watching out for oops. I'm just watching out for what's it called? The Lost Pacific.
Oh yeah, Lost Pacific's nice.
Anything that I need to do that's clean up, that it's quick? No.
Just a second, Guardian. Okay, you're clear.
I guess I'm gonna do look at the Tangled Shore for a bit.
Which was fun. I'm going through my collection at the moment, but
Told her this wasn't
Gotta keep content for the stream during the
during the lull.
the bit that the bit that I'm not allowed to do.
Yeah, really awkward that's just how it is. Usually it's not like that, and then there's one time it's like, yeah, sorry boss. You know how it is, and you're like, oh, okay.
Like, if it's like because you haven't reached a certain benchmark, then yeah, but this is because you have reached a certain benchmark. I think it's to make sure you can't get Wishender again. Even though
Yeah, you gotta
just reacquire it, lol.
Yeah,
have to acquire it.
it is very funny that there's, these legendary impervious weapons, and not only does everybody basically have them, but also you can get as many copies of them as you want.
Mm-hmm. I saw there was a Reddit post a while ago. Someone made a list of all the exotics in Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, which the Young Wolf has the original version. And obviously it's a lot of quest exotics and whatever.
Yeah,
But it's just like
which makes sense.
Man, it's crazy to me just how many, fully modeled areas there are that only get used, once. in a quest.
Yeah.
Because this is a really neat cave system thing, but I will never see this again. I'm pretty certain of that.
Yeah. It's one of those weird ones. I mean, it's not as bad to me as like all those games that do like one-off story shit that just disappears forever.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've heard that Halo Infinite, like, has a free roaming world, but you can only free roam through about half of it.
That's weird.
And the rest of it is just for campaign stuff. It's just like, that's. 343 really are taking after Bungie. Lol, lamau.
El my AO.
Oh my.
El Mayo.
Oh, is this... I think this area's, like, in the same place as, the raid.
Which area?
The place this quest is in, like, the cave system. It's, like, you can see part of where the, you can see, what's her name, the first, like, Techion
Oh, that's.
from here.
Oh yeah, because that's right. Because I remember seeing that people actually managed to clip into Last Wish before
Oh, seriously?
raid day.
Huh.
They actually managed to clip into it before it was out. Obviously, they couldn't do anything about it, but it was just like they found one of the wishes hidden in the raid, and then like one of the wishes that was like outside of the raid. They found some of them before they knew what the wish wall was.
It is kind of funny.
God, Twilight Oath fucks. Love this sniper.
Good.
It also it just looks fantastic. I mean, all the Dreaming City weapons just look fantastic.
Oh, here's one. Did you know for Portal 2, D. Bradley Baker, who does Varix, did Atlas and Peabody?
What, that weird robot noises?
Yep. I mean, obviously with like stuff over the top, but
Yeah.
he did the Spitter, the Jockey, and the Charger from Left 4 Dead 2.
So he makes a lot of noises.
Yes, he did a lot of the, he
very
did the
good at
vocal, he did the
noises.
creature effects for Spore. He's the Gravemind in Halo 3.
Just an advanced creature, really.
Just an advanced, yeah.
Creature that speaks like Varix.
He is listed as voice actor, The Lord of the Rings, Battle for Middle-earth 2, but
The Fallen
like-
aren't bug people, but Varix specifically is a bug person.
yes. Yes. He did the animal noises for Destroy All Humans. That's so funny.
It's funny, like, I always found funny the fact that Alan Tudyk did the chicken in Moana.
Yeah. Some characters in. I'm just looking at game references. He's done a bunch of characters in Metal Gear Solid. I think 2 and 5 mostly, but
Ah, the empty tank.
he did characters in the 1998 to 2003 show The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. Pretty much any time there's animated clone troopers, he's done clone troopers. Oh wait, no, just Lego clone troopers mostly. Huh. Weird.
Hey, I'm just wondering, I kind of doubt it though. Can either of the, can either Malfeasance or Wishender get through taking Phalanx shields? Like, Sunbreaker, or whatever it's called. Sunburner can for...
No, I don't know actually.
I don't think Malfeasance can,
That's
but
bad.
Wishender does overpenetrate.
Yeah, I might be able to get through the shields. That'd be kind of neat. I will have to check that.
I would have made Malfeasance go through Taken Blights, but instead Thorn does for some reason.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, what? Thorn goes through Taken Blights?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, I get that it's like a dark corrupted gun, or at least a copy of a dark corrupted gun, but
Yeah. Pardon me. I'm looking at mobile suits, Gundams and the like, because why not?
whenever
Do
you're
forget.
done with the thing, Bruns, you can invite us back.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I'm probably towards the end.
Yeah.
There'll be a room with 3 big Taken boys you gotta kill. And then you'll get 3 dreaming tokens.
Ooh. Zavoth the Dreaming. How do I hit this guy?
With a weapon?
He's got a, whatchamacallit, shield thing.
If I were an immune phase, how would I end?
I just had to kill a different guy.
Classic. Also notably, you used to only be able to run Shadow Throne once a week, and because it was only on the 3rd week of the cycle, you only got to run it once every 3 weeks. So it would actually be like a, you've got to go back and prove yourself to Tia Ido that you're worthy of the thing. But now you can just knock it out in a few hours. But you do get a funny bow out of it, so...
I like it.
I need to do Pit of Heresy again. I still have the buff that gives me double rewards the next time I complete an encounter in Pit of Heresy, and I've
Yeah,
had this
you
on
always
for
have it.
months. I've had this buff on for months. Because I just popped a thingy, whatever it's called, Hymn of Desecration, that I got from a moon bounty. And it's not time gated, it's just until you do an encounter in Pit of Heresy. I also need to find Omaraga's ghost, but I know where that is. It's just getting there. I don't want to do the sword encounter alone, because it's annoying.
Yeah, that's fair. I forget how, like, messed up Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans gets sometimes.
I mean, the name Iron-Blooded Orphans should sort of clue you in, I think, a little bit.
Oh, for sure. It's generally a bit more brutal than some of the other ones. I mean, they're all a bit, like, whatever. But I think the bit that, like, gets it is that there is a mobile suit that is just... that its pilot is just, like, a guy's head and torso that is wired into the rest of it.
Sensors show
Like,
an ether harvester initializing near our
Mech
current
Troopers
position.
XCOM, except much larger.
Much larger and, like... yeah, instead of being reinstalled, he's just inside the cockpit permanently.
What if he needs to pee?
He doesn't, because he doesn't, he's just kind of, it's like a life support containery thing sort of stuff.
There we go. I'm done.
Alright.
Okay, cool. I'll be back in half a sec.
Ooh, I got a Steam achievement.
Yes,
What
I need to
for?
go
Complete,
refill my water, and then I will be right back.
complete a Forsaken Exotic quest, which I feel like I've done, but I guess I haven't.
Oh yeah, because the initial Wish Ender quest is literally just talk to the statue. And then that just sets you on the other thing that is part of the quest, but it's not a quest step, so...
Ah.
Doing at public event. We wait for Ash. Reanimated machinist. How dare you still live? I did an entire tank segment to get to kill you. It's like nightmare hunts and empire hunts are like things you can do. It's really weird that the Baron hunts weren't like turned into an activity that you can redo.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have made sense.
I think if Forsaken came out nowadays, they definitely would be. But obviously, because it came out before Shadowkeep and Beyond Light. I think that's probably why. If I had to guess. You know what I haven't done in literally months? A patrol.
Oh, yeah.
From you, my friend.
The reason why the pre-roam areas are called patrol zones. Oh, I think this is the cave system you mentioned before, Seer's Rest. You can go there in free roam. There's just not usually a reason to. Oh, there's a Breathborn lure, and there's an assassinate patrol, but that's it. It's sort of squirreled away a bit.
Does being in a fire team mean that patrols are like shared quests?
Yeah, I know they are. They are shared. I don't know if you have to like participate in.
Yeah, because I just like noticed it said mission complete and for a patrol, and I was like, huh, that's strange.
It is a bit.
I'm back.
Hello.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I know they made Prophecy and Grasp of Avarice infinitely farmable, but I don't know if the same is true about Shattered Throne. So we might get more loot here, or we might not.
Ah. That's okay.
Do not know.
Can you get the what do you call it? Raid armor sets from Shattered Throne?
No.
Because I think those, or no, wait, those aren't weapons from the actual raid.
No, they're Dreaming City.
Okay.
There's nothing unique to the dungeon, although you do have a much higher chance of getting the ship in dungeon encounters than you do in any other Dreaming City activity.
Yeah, I don't know that I have the Sparrow either.
I think the Sparrow is most likely from the weekly Dreaming City missions.
Is that the Harbinger's Echo?
Yeah,
however you pronounce that.
the
Taken-looking one.
The one where you go up to Atekian and do a thing, or what? There's one where broken courier and the other two. Once more into the breach.
I think I still have some of those on my quest list.
I did all of them because you have to do all of them for Cursebreaker.
Ah.
You basically have to do all of the shit in the Dreaming City for Cursebreaker. You gotta get you gotta get the collection badge, you gotta get Shattered Throne, you gotta do all the corrupted eggs, all the Ankara bones, all the missions. You have to visit Mara in her thing, except she's not there, so you just have to go to Mara's house and look at her chair. Let me find out. Complete the missions, defeat the 3 different plagues of the well, visit the Queen's Court, complete Shattered Throne, acquire a full set of Reverie Dawn armor, so let's just have one of each on you. Get the bow, destroy the eggs, destroy the things.
I don't think I've ever gotten a title. I think I'll be able to, like... Well, let me see.
I have, like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 titles.
Huh. I'm, like, almost... I'd be very easily able to get, Dredgen, which is funny because I don't think I would use that title because I don't like the Drifter. But, I mean, I like him, but I don't...
you don't want to associate with him.
Yeah, I don't want to... He's funny from a distance.
I have Chosen and the Deepstone Crypt one.
I have 2021 Realmwalker, Deadeye, Dredgen, Splintered, Splicer, Chosen, Descendant, and Cursebreaker at the moment. I might get Vidmaster at some point, because that's just for, like, Legend Dares.
I think it would be cool to get Deadeye.
Deadeye is neat. The main issue is just you just gotta play a lot of PvP.
Huh. Oh, I almost have Deadeye. I just need to get the sniper rifle medal and then get trace rifle kills.
Okay, so the sniper rifle medal is best done in momentum control when you can one-shot body shot.
Oh shit, it doesn't have to be headshots.
It just has to be 2 kills without reloading.
Huh. Yeah, I could do that.
Revoker's very good for that as well.
Which
Although while I was grinding sniper kills for the other half of that achievement, I got the medal a couple of times with headshots anyway, just without thinking about it. Just because Revoker has just some really good aim assist.
Is Revoker the one that, like, refunds a bullet?
If you miss, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got crazy good aim assist, it's got snapshot sights, it's got... Literally, you get your ammo back if you miss. I thought I was on my SMG there, I just exploded myself. Actually, before we do this encounter, we need to go up onto the roof to find an orb.
We got orbs and tokens to collect.
We find an orb and put it in the arms of a statue that is not holding an orb, which will spawn a boss.
Ah.
Now, I know where the statues are, but I don't remember where the orb is.
I got 3 tokens. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, the tokens correspond.
3 great nations under 3 great queens. The first queen writes a great book of law,
right now, buddy.
and her rule is just.
You hearing
the second
what
queen
Toland is saying?
builds a high tower.
He said, Osiris,
and her equal
Osiris,
climate to see
Osiris.
the stars.
Where are you, buddy,
The
or
third
something?
queen raises an army.
He's telling me a story
and
about
conquers
3
them.
queens.
He just said some really grammatically incorrect, like, bows will win battle for us. Bow be my friend in battle. Weird shit like that.
Alright. Let's play Find the Orb. It's up on the roof somewhere. It'll be kind of glowing.
There's a Gundam mobile game that looks good, and I feel like I should see if there's like an English translation.
So, here where I am, this is where we need to... If you find the orb, you need to put it, or anyone needs to put it in the arms of the statue that is not holding an orb. And then that will spawn the boss.
Oh. Oh, I see.
I found the orb because I'm cool.
Alright.
I'm gonna come slap it in.
And then there's we need to do 3 more of these. 1 in the Ogre Room, 1 in the Throwaway, and 1 in the Vorgeth fight.
Ah.
It's out.
Fortunately, I remember where all the other orbs are.
It's a bit quicker.
That is... Theratos.
Bye, Theratos.
That was Theratos. Oh shit, he's back!
No, it's a different guy. This is Quarim or something.
Ah! Theratos was like the guy you killed to get Quarim, and then Quarim is definitely one of the names on the tokens.
Yeah.
And now you have...
I already killed all... I already killed all the people on the tokens as part of the quest. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like
so now
that.
you should have an awakened token of Quarim?
Yeah, waking token.
Waking, that's it.
Worthy
And now
token.
we just do the rest of this encounter as normal.
Okay.
Which is I forgot where we're supposed to be going. Did we do Temple of the Sky?
No. No.
So yeah, the Ogre Room doesn't have a boss in and of itself, but the Ogre Room and the Throwaway Orbs together summon the second one, and then the third one, there will be an invisible guy hiding in the back of the Vorgeth fight. You kill him to get the orb, and then put it in its thing.
You've got to run over there real quick, like.
I don't know how fast you have to be, but you do have to do it before you kill Vorgeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he leaves or if he just sticks around until Vorgeth beefs it, but it's generally easier to just go for him first. So you're not like sat there trying to leave Vorgeth on a bit of health.
Yeah.
The other thing about Vorgeth, which we didn't bring up, you get like 4 basically damage periods to do it in, because you can only light each brazier once.
Yeah.
Is it like if you mess up, then you have to restart the encounter?
No, it's just if you don't kill him in 4 damage phases, you can't kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bish.
Oh, is it you have to restart the dungeon?
Just the
no,
encounter.
you just have to wipe and restart the encounter.
Yeah, you just got it. It's just a wipe and start over.
This was that was probably like a harsher requirement back when it was on power.
Back when it was at power.
But we're currently 1330, and the power level on that dungeon is 550.
Yeah, I feel like half of this dungeon is us just going, wow, this must have been way harder when it was at power.
Yeah.
Ain't that the way of things?
I mean, like, compare the Vorgeth fight, Ash, to Frisia from Grasp of Avarice.
Yeah, no, definitely.
A fight that we're still technically a bit above power for.
Definitely harder.
Two Fish is Temple of the Temple of the Tower of the Thingy of the Deep, right?
Yeah, I think is it the underground one? Yeah, it's the underground one. Oh, the order of temples changes each time critically.
Fun fact about Temple of the Sky and Temple of the Deep: the Sky and the Deep are the hive names for the light and the darkness.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hey, coming on. How annoying.
Yeah, back with the other Leviathan. Back when they were on, what was it, Firmament?
Fundament.
Fundament.
Which I was about to criticize the naming of, as it doesn't it's not very original, and then I remembered that our planet is called Earth.
Yeah.
The Hive from Planet Basic versus humans from Planet Dirt. Infinity Snake.
To be fair, Fundament is more like the thing everything else originates from. It's like point.
Yeah, like fundamentals.
Yes. The foundational basis of something.
Which makes sense because they were very old.
Yes.
And it had like 50 moons for no reason.
Because it's funny. Oh, it was literally just up the hill.
Oh yeah, I know the fucking... what's it called? The... gonna tell me what it is as soon as I get through this opening. The Temple of the Infinite. That makes sense. It's got the Infinity Snake on it.
I'm gonna be like... I realized once I'm gonna take my computer over to my new house on Saturday. I won't have a desk for it till Wednesday.
That's a bit cringe.
Yeah, I still need to ask my manager whether I can actually have Wednesday off to like to wait for furniture deliveries.
Cloud Snake's not far from here, if I remember correctly.
No.
I bet it's just around this corner.
I don't think there's anything on around.
There is nothing around this corner.
But yeah, I've got like my bed and my desk coming on Wednesday. And I think like one of my parents can come and sit in the house and wait for deliveries while I'm at work. But hopefully I can just take the day off. Saves everyone the bother.
How far of a move was it?
Not too far. It's like a 30-minute, 45-minute drive south. So it's fine, but like because I can't drive, it's stripping about an hour off my daily commute, hour plus.
Nah, that's good.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm moving mostly. It's half like it's like a third. I want a place to myself, and 2/3. I will literally have so much more time in the day.
Yeah.
I was kind of waiting until I knew I had a permanent position.
What you said? An hour off your commute? Hour and a half?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's each side.
Yeah. Oh no, that's each side. So it's an hour in the morning, hour and a half in the evening.
2.5 extra hours of gaming.
I mean, to be fair, what
Or
that means
anything
is I will
else.
probably just sleep for 8 hours instead of 7 in the morning. But
that's still another hour and a half to...
oh yeah, no, definitely. Dragony.
Paint a model.
Paint models. Yeah. If I can do something in the morning, that makes it a bit nicer.
I love the little purr of the Yellowhorn when you switch to it.
Oh, the Yellowhorn's the beauty of gun sounds and all. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's something. It's like I've been sitting, and ahhing on trades, both like time and doing stuff and money wise. And obviously, it's more expensive.
Oh yeah, you don't have to pay train money.
I don't have to, but I don't have to pay train money, right? So like, even if rent is $450 and some other stuff, I mean, rent's good. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not
know
bad.
So long as
I don't know how rent is where you are.
so long as
but
rent is less than train money, which it will be because trains are absurd.
so it's not
How expensive is taking a train?
240 quid a month, assuming I work all
Wow.
5 days and get the early train. Yeah, it's rough. It's because there's like minimum fares before 9 o'clock, so it's like 12 quid.
Probably.
So it's a bit
Do
like.
you have a rail card or?
Oh yeah, I have a rail card. That gets 20 pence off the cost. Because it's 12.20 otherwise, but it's you still have
Wow,
even with
what
the
a-
rail card, you still have like the minimum fare.
What a
So it's still
bargain.
12 quid. It's really annoying and kind of weird. It doesn't apply for like half of the journey when I do it that early, but when I go to Durham, it's 12 quid. Otherwise, it's like I think I say I realize this on stream. I probably shouldn't like fucking place myself.
You should
but,
not
you know.
dox yourself.
I mean, it's not that much of a dox, you know, but
Yeah, but I
like-
think you shouldn't get more specific.
I'm not going to get any more specific than that, obviously. I'm not going to say, like, where I'm commuting from. But, yeah, it's a bother.
Like,
It's,
oh, you
it
think
is...
you're so tough? 180.42.99 point...
I still think it's so funny that just posting someone's... Just post someone's IP address.
It is also very funny because, like, that might just be, you know, like, from using Tor
VPN.
or from a VPN or whatever.
Tor from a VPN.
I mean, typically, for as far as the meme goes, it's just some numbers. It'd be very funny if they got it right, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's ways of checking IP address, but I'm assuming you cannot check IP address just through someone replying to your tweet.
Ratio
plus docs.
Ratio plus... I love the idea of just putting someone's IP and then going plus ratio. Like,
someone goes, you really fell off, and then you go, don't care, didn't ask, plus ratio, plus William Johnson, number 5 Park Avenue.
Plus I am standing outside your house. But also, ratio.
That reminds me, there was a really funny chapter of, So there's a series called The PE Teacher Who Dies First in a Horror Movie. And it's about a PE teacher who keeps getting into situations where he's the kind of character that dies first. And then he just doesn't die for one reason or another. So there's a really funny one where, like, there's the whole, you know, the horror story of, like, someone phoning you and going, like, oh, I'm getting closer and closer.
I am
and he
rapidly
just
approaching.
Yeah, he's like, my name's Mary, I'm at the park. My name's Mary, I'm at the train station. And the ghost arrives, and he's like, sorry, it's only me here, but why have you come to school so late? Are you having trouble with your grades? Do you want some help with, like, you know, schoolwork? And the ghost is just like, this wasn't what I was expecting when I came to try and, like, haunt this guy. And the final panel is just the ghost phoning up and going, it's Mary, I'm doing really well in my grade in my school. It's a very, you know, light-hearted gag manga.
So there's no darkness in wherever that other place was?
There is darkness in this one. Yes.
Oh wait, no, because that was the... Never mind, I'm thinking of the fucking... the malfeasance strike that wasn't on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, because when we did this first, we had, like... I think it was after the... What's his name? The ogre fight? But I think that was because we killed him. Or something. Oh, no, wait, no, that was the malfeasance quest.
Yeah, we did the malfeasance quest. Voiced.
Very satisfying to get long-range grenade kills.
They are good. Every so often I get, like, a stupid long
apparently
range.
some braces have, like, intrinsic fastball, and that's just fun.
Yeah.
Every so often I get, like, really long-range knife kills, and I very much enjoy doing that.
Yeah. I'm pretty terrible with the weighted throwing knife, but it is a lot of fun.
Weighted throwing knife is the best part about playing Hunter.
It is. It's like that and the, like, the ramping damage melee are the two things I did do a lot of story with. Weighted knife is, I don't know. I was good at it. I had it, like, really
athleticism. You should, if you don't have athleticism brace, Ash, you should get that because that makes weighted throwing knife stun unstoppable champions.
Should get that, yeah. No, I used weighted a lot. I lost my edge because I started trying out other stuff. And I had a Monte Carlo and spread knives build for a while.
I remember seeing you throw a lot of spread knives, and I just thought to myself, that's not a weighted knife.
No, yeah, it's spread knife, which is good.
I mean, it does come with Blade Barrage, so...
It does come with Blade Barrage, which I'd like. I have Monte Carlo, Blade Barrage, and then Shards of Galanor. It's not like... I know it's not, like, optimal or whatever, but it's very much good fun.
The closest I come to, like, having a coherent build is sometimes I will put on Lunar Factions or Phoenix Protocol when I have well.
Yeah, I think that's the most cohesive. And then because obviously at that point...
The Ophidian
you don't-
aspects stay on during sex.
But yeah,
Literally,
at that point,
why
like,
would I use anything else? It gives me like plus handling, plus reload, plus melee range.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because at that point...
Why use the rest when you can just use the best?
I had max mobility as well, which is good, because I like max mobility. I know it's not like... I thought it boosted sprint speed, and after learning it does not, I'm a bit like, okay, cool, but like, I still like having max mobility.
Yeah, I had max mobility, and then now, after learning it doesn't boost sprint speed, I have tier 3.
Yeah, I mean, no, my current's, I'm what? Tier 9
I mean, it's better for hunters, because that also, it does affect, it affects... thingy, dodge, recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah, dodge recharge. Do like dodge recharge. Especially good with weighted knife, because sometimes you miss. I mean, yeah, weighted knife, I don't know, whatever exotic takes you fancy, generally something that's good with precision hits. And then, Hawk thing, you know what I mean. Celestial Nighthawk, that's the one.
Yeah, Celestial Nighthawk fun.
Lets you that, and then if you obviously pop your golden gun when you're at like 20 seconds of the stack or more. It's just so good.
I just love that the buff is called Knock 'em Down.
Yeah. I think the one change I would make is so if you get precision hits that aren't kills, you get practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
I really think it should have been called Set 'em Up to complement Knock 'em Down.
Absolute 100%
Yeah.
it should be called Set 'em Up.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
I mean, it still does make sense.
Yeah,
Like,
but it would have been cooler.
It would have been cooler. Okay, we have another orb.
I know roughly where the orb is.
I think the statues are those four over there. I think. I know the orb is backwards, annoyingly.
Ow.
Oh dear.
Main problem with running Warlock is if you get knocked off, and you're not, like, you weren't in the air when you got pushed, you just sort of die.
This is darkness? Ah, did not know.
Well, I don't think it's setting us back that far, so
No,
we did not exactly
fine.
make progress.
You had to say something, didn't you?
Huh.
Ah,
Okay, well, that's annoying.
Usually it does not set us back this far.
Yeah, you'd think if you died in a darkness zone that it would send you back to...
I mean, this is a darkness zone.
Is this the start of the
Oh,
darkness zone?
shit.
But I
There's
swear...
no
having
lapse in the darkness, I suppose.
I swear we got sent back to just the start of the Ogre Room before.
We've never... I don't think we've wiped in the Ogre Room very often, to be fair.
No,
Because...
yeah.
Usually we remember its darkness.
Yeah, I was just in... I don't know, I was in an awkward spot. I couldn't really, like, leave, you know what I mean?
I mean, I just got ogged.
Yeah, no, we all got ogged, to be fair. I just got... Ogre did whatever its eye vomit nonsense is.
Ow.
Also, I'm never going to call that again.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I heard myself say that, and I was like, wait, no, that's the worst possible thing to say.
He just cries at you really aggressively.
Finding of
The
Isaac.
Finding of Isaac.
The Binging of Babish.
The binging of Babish.
I almost just shot a Yellowhorn shot directly at my feet.
I got the binging of Babish, like, ask, and I was like, I just followed because I thought it was funny. And then I get the ask, I'm like, wait a second, that wasn't what I was expecting at all.
Ah yes, I don't have my sniper now because I switched to a shotgun for ogre reasons, and then... Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I'll come give the
It's
rest.
got 1-2 punch, and that's nice for ogres because I just shoot, punch, and they're dead.
Yeah, I missed, well, I mean, it's not even... It's got a cap of, like, not 125, 1,250, but, I had a Hawthorne's Field Forged with, Grave Robber and 1-2 that was really a lot of fun, and I miss it. But I could still just use it.
You could definitely use it for this, because As we've established, this is a 550 power activity.
Yeah, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably use, like, Hush. I really enjoy that bow.
We could use Mountaintop Recluse for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have the Forge heavy machine gun.
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
Oh, yeah.
I love Hammerhead. Oh my word. I want them to bring the Forges back so bad.
Yeah, me too.
Or if not the Forges, then the Forge weapon. Have Ada sell the Forge guns. That's all I want.
That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. Why don't they do that?
Ow, 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 pain, pain.
I don't know. It's one of those things. I think they need to. I don't know. I don't want to say they need to like cycle everything more frequently. I just think they need to have more options on their various sort of cycling unvolts.
Could somebody
Because I remember
please
seeing-
kill the hobgoblins?
I'm killing the hobgoblins slowly but surely. Because I remember seeing someone run the numbers on like on mods appearing in the various mod list.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
not-
even more because I
not
bet the elemental
good.
well mods are now going in.
I hope so. I really wish I had those, because Elemental Wells seem fun.
Elemental was a good fun. Yeah, they're nice.
I saw Ariadne did a build where she, like, when she finished someone, she made 4 arc wells. And as
Ooh.
someone who primarily plays Thunder Crash Titan, it was
Yeah,
quite,
no, that was
quite beneficial
that was
for her.
a beauty to behold. To be fair, I think Thunder Crash then made a lot more wells, so... Huh.
And then I think she also had a mod on that makes it so they can give you super energy.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. Okay, I'm gonna stick back and not try to start running yet.
Yeah.
I need to get in the air, because if I'm in the air...
Yeah, I mean, so basically, instead of going left, we go
punch,
right.
Shoot, punch.
Oh, okay.
Alright,
There's
so
an orb on the
it's,
right, and then there's statues on the far side.
Here it
so it's sort
is.
of like, you do a bit of a longer loop around.
Oh, that one's dead. Okay. I've got the orb.
Dealing with ogres, slowly but surely.
Being
It is
forced
nice
into
that they
third
made-
person really makes the platforming hard, though.
Yeah, no, it's difficult.
Ah!
It's rough.
I got hit once by an ogre, so clearly I die for 45 seconds.
I'm so happy that primary ammo is infinite now.
It's so
Oh,
good.
yeah, no,
it's
running
so
out of
good.
it is like it's such an infrequent problem, or it was such an infrequent problem, but it sucked so bad. But now I can waste insane amounts of auto rifle ammo and not have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So now I can jump to here. And I don't think it's these statues. It's the next set. I need to be careful not to click, because if I click, I will
Yeah, you
throw
just-
the orb.
Ah,
Yeah, the orbs from the Malfeasance fight, you know, the ones that break shields. Same orb. Exactly
we go.
the same orb. Okay, we are gonna have a boss. I can't remember where.
No, that's not until after throwaway.
Oh, really?
And now
Huh.
we can just go through this room as per usual.
As per the usual.
You get a Yellowhorn shot. Fuck you. I am not
Yeah,
dealing with you today, sir.
California is funny.
Shadow Whelm.
I'm sending you to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Die.
Yeah, that does it, huh? I love how I still get the Pack Hunter buff even though I do not have a rocket launcher on.
ah, shit.
Guardian, down.
No, I'll come back.
Alright,
to it.
I'm gonna wait at the end of the throwaway because we should be moving as a unit because obviously the person who has the orb can't shoot the shadow thrall.
Yes. Oh, I forget there's the orb in Shadow Thrall. What a nightmare.
We need to get the orb to the end of the walkway. However, this is a new respawn point, I believe.
Yes.
But also, let's not wipe anyway.
Yeah.
Let's
it's
not wipe
uh,
anyway, but I'm pretty sure it is. Okay.
Yeah, just stick next to me and I will burn all of them instantly.
Alright, so
Yeah, the orbs are
round
around the
here.
corner.
There it is.
Exactly.
Much lower stakes, this particular orb.
Yes. Remember when Riven's heart got sucked into Riven's heart?
That was so
That was
funny.
funny.
Yeah, that was.
I love the fact that they're like, because I was just like, oh, I've not been sucked in. I guess I can just pick it back up. And then only after I did that, it got sucked in. And I was like, huh, that's weird. And then immediately Jaden just goes, the heart's gone!
That was so good. I think the funniest bit is that almost every time we came to do Riven, we were just talking about like, I got it. Oh, you got it?
Kill this guy.
Oh wait, did this heal?
Oh,
No
fuck.
way.
I need
Guardian, down.
Ah, shit.
Uh-oh.
I need
I'll
to go
hold,
back
I'll,
for
I'll
the
get the
orb.
resi. I'll get the resi.
Because I threw it. But as we've like progressed that far, it's not going to spawn them back at the back, so I can go back
Yeah.
and get it. It's just, you know, time consuming because I can't
I mean,
sprint.
this particular encounter is exactly why it's good that primary ammo is infinite.
Wait. I know
Yeah.
exactly what I need to do. I need to... Electrostatic surge, baby! It's not very useful right now, but electrostatic surges is fun. It's like, it's
Also 'cause
bottom
I
tree
have-
Stormcaller, which is something I never do because it's not Chaos Reach, but...
Also, I have Outlaw Kill Clip on this thing, so my reloads are so fast.
Yeah, I'm faster now, baby! Electrostatic surge! I'm
You are
so fast! I'm actually going sprint speed.
Ah.
God, I forget how good electrostatic surge is. Woo! Alright. Prepare for a boy.
Friend and a lad. Maybe?
And then switch off of bottom tree Stormcaller.
Oh right, wait, yeah, it's because there's the friend and the lad. Where's the friend and the lad?
Oh wait, no, we need to go this door that's just opened up. I remember now. This door's not usually open.
Ah.
Because this is where you go along the side, yeah. Completely missed that. Ugh. To be fair, my response, because I missed it, would have just been to run straight forward, so... Hey.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
I'm taking hits more than I'd like to.
Consider using your hunter dodge to hunter dodge.
Yeah, I did use it.
Dodge hunterly.
9 Moby still only does so much.
So now, Urvix the Viking.
Huh, cool.
So that's another waking token.
Yeah. Got it.
And then the next guy is the guy in the Vorgeth fight.
we just beeline for him? He's like back right, I think.
I think he's back middle, but he's at the back. And, you know, it's an invisible Minotaur, so it's very easy to see.
I mean, it is, but it's just funny that that's the case.
Even easier to see in the Ascendant realm, because the invisibility makes it glow a bit.
Yeah, the shimmer stands out a lot more because all glow effects do. Oh, that physics used that way? Okay.
Imagine literally not making a cross first try.
I am. I just got physics a little. I can recover from that. I'm built different.
Ow, ooh, ah, ee, ooh. Ouchie.
The ouchie.
So judging
What I
as
am,
we're not getting bonus loot, I don't think there's any point in fighting Dueling Karu the second time.
Can you
Right,
skip
I am.
Dueling Karu?
Well, you can like once you talk to the Seer Ido statue, you will get Wish Ender.
Oh, okay. We don't have
You
to
don't need to actually
finish
beat it a
dungeon.
second time, which is the funny thing.
I mean, it's not exactly hard, so we could do it just for completeness sake. I'm just saying, if you end up being stretched for time or whatever.
Yeah, I have like half an hour left.
To be fair, that's probably plenty of time.
The Steam servers are down, is what it says, but I don't think it's...
Well, I can still see you moving around.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Yeah, we can be moving, so it's not the end of the world.
It's not maintenance. I mean, I guess this would have impacted our ability to join up, but because we're on Bungie servers.
Well, yeah. Yeah, okay.
My Yalla horn is fully loaded.
Got thread and needle all set to go. Let's run. Let's jam.
We're going to ignore Vorgeth. Go to the back. Where are you? I think this is him. No,
Nope.
that's a Keeper of Petitions. He's
Where?
running around. Mr. Minotaur.
Where is he?
If we keep not finding him, it may be. I don't think you need to activate damage phase.
No, I don't think so.
Did we have to, like, grab an orb first?
No, he will drop the orb.
Oh, okay.
Ow. And then we put it in the... I'm not getting the music.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
me
getting
neither.
music either.
It's just a calming fight.
It's just chill.
Oh. Oh, okay, got ya.
Yeah, one of those just.
Maybe if he still doesn't show up, we wipe, because maybe that will also give us the music as well as... Like, I don't know if no music and no whatever are related, but I'm gonna kill a wizard, see what happens, see if that starts music. Come on, where it is?
Oh no, you have to start damage phase.
Alright, we start damage phase, then we kill him, and then once we've killed him, we've got the orb.
And there's a statue. Wait, do we want to find the statue?
When we have the orb, we'll have plenty of time. The only time-limited thing is killing the orb haver. So
Yeah,
do you
true.
both have position as Mark ×2 right now?
I
Yeah.
petition as Mark.
I guess you don't... I guess it
Was I
doesn't
dead
matter.
for the first one?
I guess it doesn't matter who picks it up then.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, I got the ×2 now.
I have ×3.
I'll grab this one
I
then.
also
and
have time
can
×3.
dunk. There we go. You should have
Alright.
all 4. The ones you've extinguished, our buddy boy's gonna
Extinguish.
appear.
I missed. I didn't get it in time.
If
Oh,
you can
shit.
extinguish them bronze.
Alright, so don't attack Vorgeth yet.
I see our man. I see our man. Fleeing shade. Got the man.
We can now kill Vorgeth.
Oh, right. Cool. Nice.
It feels a little anticlimactic without any mutant.
What?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I'm gonna see if I can find the statue and just put the relic in there anyway, just in case. What?
Let's season rank up. How pleasant. Yeah. Also the only downside is if you die once you've got the stack of Petitioner's Mark, you do lose all your stacks and you can't gain any more until the next cycle.
Ah.
I mean, I saw a wizard spawning before we, like when I had times 4 before we fucking actually dunked.
Down.
Ah,
Yeah, I
here
also
is
put that.
the correct statue. A fleeting shadow. Perhaps it was the right thing to. There we go. Savoth the Waking.
Where?
Front of the room.
I'm about to die to Petitioner's Mark,
dead.
unfortunately.
Is that the last?
I got the token.
Alright, now we just beat Vorgeth.
Now we just do Vorgeth legit, like.
All you need is the 3 waking tokens.
Yeah, okay.
Ash with the half as many deaths as me. Alright. Let's jam.
Right then, let's hippity hoppity.
Fucking goblin. Ah, Jesus.
Oh.
I got snipered.
1. Fucking hell! Ash dead in 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
I'm fine, I'm living. Unfortunately, I am dead in 25, I don't get another Petitioners, so...
Well, I'm near a wizard, and a vandal and 2 goblins. I'm about to
Cool,
wake
that
up.
reset. Beautiful.
Here I am. Doing everything I can. Holding on to what I am. Pretending I'm a Superman.
Oh man.
Time again. Time again. The world falling down around. Alright, how many is that?
3.
Alright, where's the last guy?
Right hand side, I think?
Oh no, front.
Front. Alright.
Gonna load up on ammo, because I only have 1
I missed
mark
this.
anyway, so I can't extinguish.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's a heavy break if there was one. Cool. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna go dunk it.
Alright.
Cool. You got well, or you...
Nope.
Okay, cool.
I know
I'll
I
just do a third of his health with a single golden gun. That seems reasonable.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Where's the big door? Where's the big door?
Exotic Engram gives me Lucky Raspberry. I don't.
Is that the one that just increases your staff
Arc bolt
damage?
grenade chains.
Oh, okay.
Here she is. Funny dead lady. Don't worry, I will heal you. wonder if I get the
I mean-
dialogue here.
Raiden Flux is the one that boosts Chain Dark Staff hits.
Are you hearing dialogue?
Hooray!
Because I didn't hear any of the dialogue.
Yay, Wish Ender, let's go!
So, do we want to fight Dueling Karu for completeness sake, or do we not give a shit?
I don't especially give a shit, but I mean, I have 20-ish minutes.
I will find my way back.
I think I'm probably going to have to call it there because it is 11:30.
Alrighty, well, that was the whole Wish Ender quest, except for the bit that I didn't get to be a part of. And now the stream is over.
Woo!